Hammers up, everyone. Towelliee here. The Division 2. I was wrong. I was wrong. The game is just not fucking, cover, cover. It's a lot more than that. This game is out of this world. Now, I'm not going to show much gameplay in this video because I'm just doing my ghetto review. Just want to talk to you guys about the game and my experience with it, and then basically give you my explanation on how this game is pretty much World of Warcraft reincarnated, born again. Okay? So what I loved about WoW Vanilla and Vanilla WoW, what all you guys probably loved about Vanilla WoW is that every time you played the game, when you logged in from 1 to 60, every moment meant something, right? Every level meant something. Every item you picked up meant something. Every dungeon you completed, even if you didn't get loot, it meant something. It was an accomplishment. It felt good. And that's how I felt in Division this entire weekend playing this game. It was pretty much just me with my clan that I created, just going around, man. Like looting anything and everything. The whole world is just like crazy lootable. And every piece of armor that I picked up along the way for leveling just meant something to me. Every mission I completed was intense. The AI in this game is relentless. They never slow down. They know everything about you. If you're hiding behind a container, they'll know. They'll be like, hey, he's behind the container. They'll fucking say it. Towellie's behind the fucking container. Kill him. Or they're flanking. You know, they'll know when you're flanking and they can detect everything. Then they'll shift their AI in that direction that you're currently that you're trying to flank on. And it's like the AI in this game just adjusts to you rather than you're trying to adjust to the AI. I mean, now sometimes the AI can be a little dumb. They get stuck sometimes, and that rarely happens. But man, I mean, right now I'm just walking around the game, and as you walk around, you can just look for stuff to loot. And the game is just filled with loot, man. Loot in Division 2 is so generous. It is a generous, healthy amount of loot everywhere. And leveling from 1 to 30, I was like, all right, cool. So, I'm doing these missions. I'm doing these, some like side missions. I'm doing control point attacks. And then all of a sudden, man, I hit level 30 and the game just opened up a can of whoop ass. Let me show you my map for a second. Look at this map. Tell me this map doesn't just, I mean, I have pretty much borderline, like OCD. This is, look at everything that you can do and this is at level 30. This is the way it was while you were leveling from 1 to 30. Now this is the way it is at level 30 because now some faction called the Black Tusks are attacking, and that's what happens. Like I hit level 30, right, and I was fighting like the True Sons of Liberty. I was fighting the Hyenas and all these other factions. All of a sudden, you hit 30, the whole map goes berserk, an invasion happens, and now you're fighting a new faction plus the ones you were currently fighting, and now they're taking over the whole game. So basically, everything that you did from 1 to 30, you do again at level 30. But it's in a different manner. Like you do a side mission, right? And the way the side mission was the first time is with, let's say, the Hyenas. Then the second time around is with the Black Tusks. The bosses are different. The way they move are different. Where they spawn are different. The way they react to you are different. It's just crazy, man. The whole game just is like an absolute riot. And it's basically, how I felt when I was playing Vanilla WoW. It was just this satisfying moment. And when you loot stuff in the game, like, right now, I just off the street, I just picked up some holster system. And now I got to look at it and see, okay, is this an upgrade? Is it not? And then the gearing system is just totally really deep. I'm saying deep as fuck, balls deep, Sasha Grey porno balls deep. I mean, let's say like around 451 score. Now, the way that the item levels work in this game, it's broken up into world tiers. So like world tier 1 is like, I think like 275. World tier 2 is like 325 or 375 or I don't know, something like that. There's up to 4 world tiers. And that allows you just to advance in the game. And then you could tell like when you're fighting the enemies what world tier you are because they'll have like a little number 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 above their head. Now, I don't want to get too deep in that. But yeah, I mean, when you're playing this game, man, everything you do just means something, and it's satisfying because you're doing like a dungeon or excuse me, a stronghold or a side mission or a mission with your friends. And man, you don't know what's going to happen. It could be bad. It could be good. You have to coordinate. Hey, man, two of you go to the left, two of you go to the right. One of you stay in the middle. Or sometimes later on at max level, you're doing like challenge mode. Challenge mode is like, I guess, mythic mode right now for this game. You do challenge mode, and you basically have to have one of your 4 people playing this game kind of like stand back just in case people die to heal and res. And the abilities and the perks in this game and the way your weapons operate and they synergize, recalibrate. This game just has so many things. And it's just, for me, man, it's like World of Warcraft. It's like vanilla, like reborn again. Just satisfying gameplay, loot everywhere. And I have no other way of explaining it. But I basically spent the last 47 hours over the last 72 hours playing Division 2 and having that insane feeling of just being happy playing the game. I feel like every time I do something, I'm progressing. When I capture a control point, it feels good. When you get to open up like a big loot box, a big storage room with tons of loot in it. Sometimes you'll be walking around town, you'll see a gate, right? And then you could just hit, you could shoot the lock off the gate, go in there and get more loot. And then there's like exotics and the crafting in this game. The crafting actually matters because you need mods for your weapons. What I mean by that is like, I can click on my LMG right here, hit mod, and then every little slot here is a different mod. Now, all these mods here, I crafted them. I crafted them by collecting the mats, by collecting the actual blueprints from doing missions. Like you can actually go to your map and like pinpoint like which kind of mod you want from a certain side mission. Like this one right here will tell you this blueprint unlocks a muzzle weapon that increases optimal range and decreases stability. I don't want that one. I don't really care too much about that, right? Maybe there's one over here that I like. What's this one? Blueprint unlocks an optic rail mod that increases accuracy and decreases optimal range. Now, I like accuracy, right? So now we're going to do this side mission, and I'm going to unlock that blueprint when I finish it, get experience, and then go back to my crafting table in the White House over here and build that mod so that I can put it on my weapons, and you can put mods on your armor as well. And you have to actually upgrade your crafting station. Like this is like a level 4 crafting station, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. You have to put like mats and pieces. You have to farm the pieces to upgrade your shit. So if I go to my mods here, I can right now craft this stability optimal minus optimal range 7.62 mag. Or I can go down a little bit and maybe I want to, I don't know, craft this compensator, 9mm. Critical hit damage. This one looks good for a nice little muzzle mod here. Large suppressor. Optimal range. And I could just craft it, man. And this crafting is meaningful. Like these are options for your guns. Like I'm gonna craft this, right? And this crafting station will not be irrelevant a year from now. It will stay relevant the entire time. And I think that's the name of the game with the Division 2 is everything is relevant. Everything means something. And I know I'm just blabbing on and just, going blah, 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 blah about this game. But if you just walk around your home base, you have like the recalibration station where you could not re-roll. You can pretty much, let's say I want to take, do I have any guns? I might have any guns. Hold on. God damn it. Can I do it to this one? Yeah. So this is recalibration, right? Let's say I don't like this rate of fire. I'll double hit rate of fire, and now I could take the talent from another weapon and destroy this weapon, but take its, talents or traits or whatever and move it to the other one. It's like, it's just crazy what you could do with this game, and it's very time consuming. I'm saying right now, man, I'm purely addicted. This is like my WoW vanilla kind of addiction where I was racing home to just, play the game 24/7. I know a lot of you guys feel that way. And then obviously you have your perks. These are your skills. So every time you go out there, you have 2 skills that you can equip to your Q and your E. And once you unlock all of these, you can either have like a turret, and it shows you a little display of how your turret works. You can have a drone. You can have a shield. You can have a seeker mine, which is kind of cool. I was using this seeker mine for a while. Kind of like does AoE damage. It splits off and does blah. And then there's your perks. eventually, by the time you hit level 30, you pretty much get all these perks unlocked. And these perks are stuff like you can have a secondary, you could have a fourth weapon, or excuse me, a third weapon, 50% bonus, or a chance for when you open your proficiency cache for an extra item to drop, increase your slots on your inventory, your materials. It's just so much in this game that I can't even cover it in one review video, man. And there's so many there's so many Easter eggs located all around the city, like killing these hunters for masks. And then, man, the customization is legit, though. Let me tell you, I could just like reskin my weapons. I could buy these skins, or these skins you just collect them as you travel around the world and just, open every box of loot. Sometimes you'll get like a weapon skin, or you'll get like some trousers or a hat or something. But yeah, man, it was crazy when I hit level 30, and then the map just kind of didn't change, but a new invasion happened, and you can see what's happening right here. Like here's like things are happening as I'm just sitting here. Like right now there is, let's see if I can find like a little convoy. Yeah, right now here's a resource convoy trying to get to the Federal Triangle safe house that I captured earlier. But when I log in tomorrow, that Federal Triangle might not be captured. The Black Tusks might have come in and just taken it already. Over here is an attack control point. Hyenas are over there. I mean, the map is there's just so much to do, guys. And once again, I'm going to reiterate, it's not even about, high item level, low item level. It's about the content being meaningful. It's about every time that you loot and you get a weapon, you have to stop, look at that weapon, look at the attributes, look at the talents on it, and see if you like it. And if you don't, you can deconstruct it for like mats to craft, or you can recalibrate it, or you can just sell it because you might need the currency. I really don't know what else I can say about the Division 2, except it's a great game. I mean, if I had to give it a score out of 10, I would give it just straight up, just like a 9.5 out of 10. And the reason I don't give it a 0.5 is because there's no fucking flashlight. This game needs a fucking flashlight. Like, real bad. It needs a flashlight. And it also has a clan system, and the clan system is pretty cool. Like, right now, our clan is, I believe, what level is the clan? I think we're level 16, which is kind of cool. And we just unlocked clan vendor upgrades, and we have a weekly cache now. So as long as everyone in the guild is doing all of the weekly objectives, we get like a nice little box with some loot at the end of the week. It's kind of like your Mythic Plus in WoW. And then you have your own little clan hall here with a little banner, Illuminati banner. This is the cache that we'll probably open. Then there's bounties. The bounties are kind of really cool in this game. At first, the bounties start as if, all right, you just got to kill one bounty. Here's the guy you have to kill. But eventually, you have like these super bounties, like these guys that you can't access yet because you have to do other bounties to open up this hard one. And you have like normal, hard, and story, normal, hard, challenge mode. Or I think it's like story, hard, challenge mode. So right now, in order for me to open this one, I have to kill, who's here? Corporal Kane and Corporal Lee on challenge mode. And it'll tell you on the right, like all the rewards you get. You get like a gear item, a weapon, 2 equipments. But you can get a lot more. You can get more than that just from regular mobs dropping shit. And then once you're done with that, now you can go and do the bounty for like, the injector, the bulk, and the ambler. And a lot of these guys are hard as fuck too, man. They're no cakewalk. You have to really go in there with the proper talents, the proper gear, self-heals, AoE damage, you name it. Like, you have to know kind of like what you're doing. And that's what I loved about this game that reminded me of vanilla WoW, is that you just couldn't go into a level 60 dungeon unprepared. You had to prepare yourself ahead of time, collect loot for days, weeks, months, until it was just perfect enough for you to go into like Ubers or LBRS or even Molten Core or the raids that came later. Now, there will be raids coming out for this game. Right now, I'm World Tier 4 with, I don't know, level 451. World Tier 5 is coming soon, apparently. So I don't know how exactly that's going to work. I already have an exotic weapon. I have like this amazing Desert Eagle called Liberty. And the way I got it was I had to do a couple of dungeons on like hard challenge mode, which is the hardest mode right now. And then I just got the crafting pattern and I built it on my crafting station. And now, I mean, look at the perks on this shit. Like, look at all the talents. Like, this is an exotic. This is like a legendary. Look at all that it can do. You know, after destroying an enemy's weak point or hostile electronics, your next bullet deals 500% weapon damage. If the shot kills an enemy, your magazine is refilled and grants 100% weapon damage for the entire magazine. Like, fucking nuts. It's like, these are the things that you get playing this game. And, yeah, man, so I'm going to leave you guys with that, because I'm not going to be like some other reviews out there. I'm not going to start picking up different scenes and showing you everything that I'm talking about. I'm just walking around ghetto reviewing this game for you guys verbally so you can understand what I'm saying. I will tell you a few tips, though. During the leveling process, I do find it very easy for those of you that decide to play, that you should do all the main missions until they become so hard that you can't continue, and then just do side missions. You should hit 30 pretty easily. But I mean, or you could do it kind of like what I did, man. Like, my problem is that, let's say I would see this main mission here, right? Like campus settlement. I'd be on my way to this mission. But on my way there, I would see like 15 or 16 fucking things to do. And next thing you know, what should have been a half an hour mission completion ended up being a 4-hour, you know, like clan gathering of just collecting loot and doing control points and killing mobs on the way to these bases. And it was just a lot of shit, man. So I hope you guys like Division 2. I like it. I've been playing a lot in the stream. People have been enjoying watching me play it. People ask me, what is better, this or Anthem? I mean, this is just out of control. This game is so deep. It's so involved. The loot grind is real, but it's satisfying. And once again, that's what it is. It's about the game, the content, the loot, your character, your talents, your perks being satisfying and it meaning something. Every time that you level, something amazing happens. Every time you gear up, something amazing happens. Every time you do a mission, something amazing happens. And that's how vanilla WoW felt. It felt like every time on your journey from 1 to 60, every level meant something to you and it felt satisfying to complete it. That's why you went for that next level. That's why you said to yourself, just one more level, because you wanted to get to that one. And I feel the same way with Division, man. All the way up to 30. And then when 30 hit, once again, this whole entire map just fucking flipped on me. And now I have to do the same content that I just did from 1 to 30 all over again, but with different factions invading, and they all react differently. It's not the same. It's not the same. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know I'm speaking very passionate about this game because I do feel passionate about it. And it's just crazy how it took a game like Division 2 to help me remember and get mentally nostalgic about some shit like vanilla WoW. You know? I don't know. Enjoy.